Hi there. Today we're embarking on a captivating journey as we step back in time to explore the legendary TV series Welcome Back, Kotter. I'm sure many of you hold fond memories of this classic show. Welcome Back, Kotter is a timeless gem that has left an indelible mark on television history. Join us as we relive the magic, revisiting the series with the entire cast then and now. We'll uncover the original identities and ages of the talented actors from the show and witness how they've transformed in the year 2023. So, without further ado, let's dive into the world of Welcome Back, Kotter together. Gabe Kaplan as Gabe Kotter. Gabe Kaplan, the co-creator of Welcome Back, Kotter, not only played the show's titular role, but also contributed as a writer. In this beloved series, Kaplan portrayed the witty high school teacher who returns to his alma mater to educate a class of misfits, showcasing a wide range of emotions. However, his character, Mr. Kotter, appeared in only a handful of episodes during the show's fourth and final season due to contract disputes. In the same year the series concluded, Kaplan took on the role of a basketball coach in the high school comedy Fast Break. Prior to his involvement in Welcome Back, Kotter, Kaplan had established himself as a professional comedian, honing his skills in stand-up comedy since the 1960s. He made notable appearances on television shows like The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. Following his time on Kotter, he returned to stand-up comedy with a few exceptions, such as appearances on different network shows in the 80s, including The Love Boat and Murder, She Wrote. In 2018, Kaplan lent his voice to the character Abe Ziegler in an episode of BoJack Horseman. Throughout his career, Kaplan had a deep admiration for the legendary comedian Groucho Marx, and even had opportunities to portray Marx in various projects. In addition to his entertainment career, Kaplan devoted a significant amount of time to professional poker. He actively participated in major poker tournaments since the 1970s, and by 2017, his total live tournament winnings had reached nearly $2 million. This dual passion for comedy and poker underscored Kaplan's diverse and multifaceted career. Ron Palillo as Arnold Horshack. Ron Palillo embarked on his career in the late 1960s, initially securing minor roles on various TV shows. However, it was his portrayal of Arnold Horshack in Welcome Back, Kotter that truly made him memorable. Horshack's distinctive, boisterous laugh, resembling a hyena's mating call, became his trademark, a mix of annoying and endearing. Among the Sweat Hogs, he stood out as one of the quirkiest and potentially the brightest. Following the conclusion of Kotter, Palillo continued to make numerous appearances on network television shows, including The A-Team, Trapper John M.D., and Chips. In the mid-1990s, he even played himself on Ellen DeGeneres' popular sitcom. Acting both on television and in stage roles was just one facet of Palillo's multifaceted performing career. He also delved into directing, overseeing several theater productions, and flexed his artistic skills by illustrating a couple of children's books. One of Palillo's notable accomplishments was his full-length production, The Lost Boy, centered around Peter Pan author J.M. Barrie. This play debuted in New York in 2005 and enjoyed performances on various stages. Despite his active and varied career, upon his untimely passing in 2012 due to a heart attack, a newspaper article shed light on his complex feelings regarding the role that had defined him. John Travolta as Vinnie Barbarino. While John Travolta's role as Vincent Vega in the 1994 hit Pulp Fiction certainly added a significant feather to his cap, his journey to stardom began a couple decades earlier with a different Vincent, namely Vincent Vinnie Barbarino, on Welcome Back, Kotter. This iconic character catapulted Travolta into the limelight long before the Tarantino masterpiece. Vincent Barbarino was the unofficial leader of the Sweat Hogs, a group of friends known for their playful insults, with his trademark phrase being, "Up your nose with a rubber hose." This catchphrase became a cultural touchstone, often used in jest and even emblazoned on t-shirts. Travolta was a sought-after talent during this period. Throughout the run of Kotter, he appeared in 3 box office hits: Carrie, Saturday Night Fever, and Grease. Following these successes, the 80s saw a gradual slowdown in Travolta's career. It wasn't until his role alongside Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction that he experienced a significant career resurgence in 1994. Since then, he's remained active in the entertainment industry with a diverse range of roles spanning from movies like Hairspray to The Punisher, and even portraying attorney Robert Shapiro in the TV series The People vs. O.J. Simpson, American Crime Story. John Travolta's career has continued to evolve and thrive over the years. Marcia Strassman as Julie Kotter. Marcia Strassman, best known for her role as Julie, Gabe Kotter's wife on the sitcom Welcome Back, Kotter, embarked on her career about a decade prior to gracing the small screen with her iconic character. As Mrs. Kotter, she portrayed a character who loved her husband's students but was occasionally exasperated by their incessant visits outside of school hours. One recurring comedic element of the show revolved around Julie's attempts to persuade everyone to try her world-famous tuna casserole, which, in reality, was famously terrible and inedible. Fortunately, her role extended beyond the kitchen, as she, like her husband, had a degree and eventually began working at Buchanan High School. However, Strassman was at times candid about her discontentment on the set of Kotter. Once the show concluded, her acting career continued to flourish. She graced the screens of several other shows, including ER, Murder, She Wrote, Tremors, and Baywatch, and gained fame in the hit movie Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and its sequel, Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. Her final acting role was in a 2014 TV movie titled Looking for Mr. Right. Sadly, Strassman passed away in 2014 after a prolonged battle with cancer. In 2008, she authored a memoir that delved into her illness and illustrious career. John Sylvester White as Mr. Michael Woodman. Mr. Michael Woodman, initially the vice principal and later elevated to the role of principal, made no effort to conceal his deep-seated disdain for the Sweathogs. His open contempt for them only intensified upon discovering that Gabe Kotter, once deemed a failure, had become his colleague. Woodman proved to be a formidable adversary for Kotter, consistently challenging his unorthodox teaching methods. John Sylvester White embarked on his acting journey in 1951, featuring in 39 episodes of one of the longest-running soap operas in history, Search for Tomorrow. After a significant hiatus, which spanned nearly 2 decades, he returned to the screen with a role in an episode of Medical Center. Little did he know that the mainstream recognition he deserved would arrive in the form of Welcome Back, Kotter in 1975. John Sylvester White's final acting role came in 1983 when he portrayed Mr. Vogelman, the proprietor of Raytown Travel Agency, in Season 1 of Mama's Family. Regrettably, White's life was cut short when he succumbed to pancreatic cancer in September 1988 at the age of 68. His contributions to the world of entertainment, particularly his memorable portrayal of Mr. Woodman, continue to be remembered and appreciated. Robert Heggies as Juan Epstein. Robert Heggies brought life to the character Juan Luis Pedro Filipo de Huevos Epstein, a humorous sweat hog known for his recurring gag of attempting to present fake excuse notes from his mother. With unwavering commitment, he would read these notes aloud to Mr. Kotter and other faculty members, always emphasizing the signature Epstein's mother, as if to underscore their authenticity. Prior to landing the role of Epstein, Heggies had pursued acting and had been involved in theater in the vibrant city of New York. Remarkably, Heggies began directing several episodes of Kotter when he was just 25 years old. Sharing a passion for the Marx Brothers with Kaplan, he even portrayed Chico Marx in a touring production titled An Evening with Groucho Marx. Subsequently, he secured a recurring role in the popular police drama Cagney and Lacey, where he portrayed Manny Esposito for over 40 episodes. Following this successful stint, Heggies' acting career entered a quieter phase, marked by a handful of roles and appearances as himself in various television retrospectives. Notably, he remained dedicated to education, leveraging his knowledge to teach aspiring students in screenplay writing and acting at Rowan University, his alma mater. Tragically, Robert Heggies passed away in 2012 at the age of 60 due to a heart attack. Lawrence Hilton Jacobs as Freddie Boom Boom Washington. Lawrence Hilton Jacobs breathed life into the character of Freddie Percy Boom Boom Washington, one of the Sweat Hogs, known for his prowess on the basketball court. Washington exuded an air of unwavering confidence, and his trademark phrase, "Hi there," though simple in words, left a lasting impact through the way he delivered it smoothly and with a resonant, deep voice. This catchphrase transcended the screen, embedding itself in popular culture. Much like many of his fellow Kotter cast members, Hilton Jacobs embarked on his acting journey in the late 60s and has maintained a consistent presence in the industry since the show's conclusion. His versatile acting career encompasses a diverse range of roles, including portraying an LAPD detective in Alien Nation and stepping into the shoes of Joe Jackson, the patriarch of the iconic Jackson family, including Michael and Janet, in the miniseries The Jacksons, An American Dream. Beyond his acting talents, Hilton Jacobs is a crooner who has ventured into the world of music, recording several solo albums and collaborating with artists such as Rick James. Vernie Watson as Verna Jean Williams. Vernie Watson portrayed Verna Jean Williams, the girlfriend of Freddie Boom Boom Washington, in the series. Interestingly, this wasn't her first time sharing the screen with John Travolta. She had a role in the poignant 1976 TV movie The Boy in the Plastic Bubble, which centered around a teenager, played by Travolta, who grapples with an immune disease and lives in isolation within a protective bubble, yearning for freedom. While Welcome Back Kotter marked her debut in television, Watson had already accumulated some film credits before gracing the small screen. The 80s were relatively subdued in terms of her acting career, but as the 90s rolled in, she embarked on a steady stream of work that has continued unabated. Her credits include appearances on shows like Good Times, The West Wing, and The Jeffersons. Fans of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air might recognize her as Viola Vi Smith, Will's mother. Presently, she can be seen in the CBS sitcom Bob Hart's Abishola. Elaine Lembeck as Judy Borden. Judy Borden, a recurring character in the early seasons of the show, was known as a top-performing student and held the position of editor at the Buchanan Bugle, the school's newspaper. Notably, she served as Barbarino's tutor and even had a romantic relationship with him at one point. Elaine Jo Lembeck is a versatile actress, celebrated for her memorable roles in notable films like The Time Traveler's Wife, 2009, Wild Hogs, 2007, and Flightplan, 2005. Her exceptional talent and unwavering commitment to her craft have firmly established her as a respected figure within the entertainment industry. Elaine Lembeck was born on April 16, 1952, and she proudly calls Los Angeles, United States, her hometown. As of 2023, Elaine Lembeck is 71 years young, a testament to her enduring career and enduring passion for acting. Deborah Lee Scott as Rosalie Hotsy Totsy. Rosie Totsy, often labeled as the seductive siren responsible for injecting a hint of sweat into the Sweat Hogs, though it's crucial to note that her notoriety has been significantly embellished through the Sweat Hogs gossip mill. Her perceived promiscuity can be partially attributed to her rebellious response to the stringent rules imposed by her father, the Reverend Totsy. Throughout her career, Scott appeared in various television series and films, including Mary Hartman, Password Plus, Fantasy Island, and American Graffiti. She also had a recurring role as Richie's girlfriend Janet on Happy Days. In addition to her acting career, Deborah Lee Scott was known for her vivacious personality and her contributions to the entertainment industry. Her untimely passing in 2005 was a loss to the world of entertainment, but her work continues to be remembered and appreciated by her fans. Charles Flesher as Carvelli. Charles Flesher became a part of the Welcome Back Kotter cast during its second season, taking on the role of the obnoxious Carvelli, a rival to the Sweat Hogs. In a memorable episode, Rorschach, not known for his fighting prowess, attempts to establish his tough guy reputation by stepping into the boxing ring against Carvelli. Carvelli and his sidekick, Wilbur Murray, frequently clash with the Sweat Hogs. Flesher boasts an extensive resume in the world of entertainment. Following his time on Kotter, he made appearances in a plethora of television shows and movies. Perhaps one of his most iconic performances is one that's heard rather than seen. He provided the voice for Roger Rabbit and several other characters in the animated comedy film Who Framed Roger Rabbit? This 1988 classic is finally receiving a sequel, potentially allowing Flesher to lend his distinctive voice to the beloved characters once again. Beyond his acting career, he is also a part owner of a multimedia company based in California. Flesher, who began his career as a stand-up comedian, occasionally returns to the stage to delight audiences with his humor. Dennis Bowen as Todd Ludlow. Dennis Bowen portrayed Todd Ludlow, an intellectual and studious high achiever. Dennis Bowen's journey into acting followed his service in the United States Navy. His dedication and bravery extended beyond the screen, as he was honored with the Medal of Valor by the California State Firemen's Association for his contributions outside of acting. While pursuing his acting career, Bowen left a mark on the world of film with credits in movies like Record City, Van Nuys Boulevard, Gas Pump Girls, and Caddyshack 2. However, it was in the realm of television that he found recognition, notably in the 1970s ABC television series Welcome Back Kotter, where he portrayed the recurring character Todd Ludlow. Tragically, Dennis Bowen's life was cut short on March 9, 2012, when he passed away at the age of 61. His memory lives on through his partner, Judy Holliday, and his daughter. Bowen was a cherished resident of the Toluca Lake neighborhood in Los Angeles. Susan Lanier as Bambi Forster. Susan Lanier joined the Sweat Hogs as Bambi, introducing a female presence to the group. Her inclusion brought a fresh dynamic to the team. During the 1970s, Susan Lanier made appearances in several popular TV shows, showcasing her talent and versatility. She guest starred on programs like Barnaby Jones, Electra Woman and Dinah Girl, Alice, Policewoman, and 8 is Enough. In 1976, she played a significant role in the early development of the hit series Three's Company, alongside John Ritter and Joyce DeWitt. Lanier was initially chosen to portray the character Chrissy Snow, but later Suzanne Summers took on the role. During this time, she also starred in the cult classic film The Hills Have Eyes. Additionally, Lanier had a regular role as Sandy Chandler on the television series Siznik from 1977 to 1978. Lanier's career extended beyond acting. She became a series regular on Tony Orlando and Dawn's Rainbow Hour, where she showcased her stand-up and comedy sketch abilities alongside the show's guests. In the late 1970s, she graced the stage at the Almanson Theater in Los Angeles in a production of Tennessee Williams' Night of the Iguana, starring alongside Richard Chamberlain. Outside of her entertainment career, Susan Lanier was married to musician Delaney Bramlett. Tragically, Delaney passed away in 2008 due to complications from gallbladder surgery. Lanier shifted her focus to portrait photography, gaining recognition from her work in magazines, book covers, and album covers. In 2005, she earned a spot among LA's top 10 photographers, as voted by Backstage West. What an enjoyable series! These students who were considered underachievers in high school ended up accomplishing so much. Welcome Back, Kotter is undeniably one of the most hilarious sitcoms of the 1970s. Did you have a favorite member among the Sweat Hogs? Raise your hand if you wish Mr. Kotter had been your teacher. I certainly did. Mr. Kotter remains my all-time favorite TV teacher, with Miss Bliss from Saved by the Bell coming in as a close second. If you can recall another beloved TV teacher, please share it with us in the comments below. We appreciate and read all your contributions.